Alright, well, welcome back, guys. Sorry my last video was a little bit low. It was late at night, and I just trying to be a little considerate, you know. I know not too many people would be able to hear me, but still, I just kind of have that common courtesy about me. I don't know why, I kind of realized that. Not to mention I made a few mistakes in my last video. I'm not going to edit anything out. I think I'm just going to leave it raw as it is. Really cool. Thanks again to my friendly neighborhood cholo for that last knife. It was really awesome, and I'm going to cherish that for years to come. But today, something came today, and I had to order it. Had to. So let's get into it. Let's talk blades, because you know that's what we're into. Today, I'm very happy to include something that I'm probably going to be carrying a little bit more now. What is it, you might ask? Well, if you haven't already read the intro to this, you already know and love the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. This has a aftermarket custom-made titanium pocket clip, deep carry titanium pocket clip, which is something I enjoy so much. I might even put it on this new piece right here. So if you like this one, in which we all love the Paramilitary 2, love this knife, and I do, I really do love this knife. But what do I like a little bit more than this knife? Well, other than the fact that it's awesome smooth action for its compression lock, how it just drops shut. Love that. Love it, right? Everybody knows this knife. People carry it. It's a lot of people's favorites, and on top of that, it's one of Spyderco's many flagships. So, you know, why not up it a little bit and make it a tactical knife? And everybody knows what this one is. This one's the Endura Wave. Yes, the Endura Wave. Very, this has been my EDC for, I want to say about a month now. Kind of been hopping back and forth on stuff, and I kind of jumped to this. If there's anything that I hate about this knife, and there's not really a lot, it's just a couple of small things. One, it's very thin right up here. It feels like a smaller knife when you're choking up. It really does feel really small. Two, if you can see that, there's a little bit of blade play, ever so slightly. I'll try and keep it as close to the camera as possible so you can see that. I'm pushing it forward, and you can see it go forward just a little bit. That's not good. And if you can tell, now, I don't know if that's just a design flaw, but I bought two of these. I did. I like this knife so much, I bought a second one. Actually, I liked it so much, I bought a third one. But I gave that one away. And so I had the second one because I had custom scales that I put on this exact knife. And I actually switched the scales and put the original scales back on this one. Because it was way too wide and it looked really weird with a thin blade. The handle material was really weird, and not to mention the blade or the handle scales on my G10 for the Endura was actually off center. So anyways, what am I doing? What am I talking about? Let's put this on this. Now you're saying, how is that going to happen? Well, I'm really happy to introduce to you a knife that I'm probably going to be carrying a little bit more, because it's going to be like this, but like this. So, I can't believe I just did that. On camera, nonetheless. Oh, and it's fine. Okay, cool. I was about to Not oh, okay. All right, let's go into it. Let's go ahead and open this up so you guys see what I'm talking about. Now this is a blade. A Blade Ops Special. Sorry, excuse me, I was just a little confused there why they put a box inside of a bag. But I think it was because of the shipping. Okay, let's just do this. Now, if you don't know, this is my first time ever. Sorry, I'm trying to keep the camera from falling over. The first time ever purchasing from Blade Ops. I'm not really familiar with Blade Ops, but I saw it for sale on Blade Ops, and I wanted to get one. I came across it because I was trying to find some extra parts for a knife that needed repairs, and I just so happened to come across this guy. So, it's the Paramilitary 2 Emerson. Now what does that mean exactly? Exactly what I just said. What it is, you with it is. If they had a child together, say they procreated, right? It'd be like that. And I'm really, really happy to have this. This is an exclusive Blade Ops knife. Don't ask me why. It just is. It's special like that. And we're going to go into those subtle differences. This is the first time, and you just saw it, I opened up the box to take this bad boy out. And, goodness gracious. That is a really odd way. But, if you look, that hole diameter is about the same, right? I'd say. Yeah, it's the same. But this is a full flat ground, guys. Full flat ground. You see that? Comes to a V. This is going to be a saber grind. Like this one. God, man, that is... Oh, man, alright. I already like it. I already like it a lot. I do, I like this. And... yeah, it's a little bit new, so it's not going to have that. It needs to be worked in just a tad. Blade centering is right on par. Pocket clip is... yeah. Every time, Spyderco. Come on, man. Look at how high that sits. That's going to catch on stuff. It looks like I'm going to have to customize it. Bend this pocket clip down so it's less likely to get caught on stuff. But, as you can tell, now it has the Emerson wave. So I can wave this out of my pocket. Now what does that mean? That means when you draw this out of your pocket, it catches onto your lip of your pocket, and with enough speed, momentum, it will pop it open, ready to go, faster than any automatic knife. Probably asking, is that legal? Yes, it is. It's California legal, at least for now. I don't know if they'll ever change that law, but it makes it that much easier to draw the knife, have it ready without you having to do that extra bit. But if you want to, there's the thumb hole, which everybody knows that Spyderco is famous for having. The ever so famous Spidey hole. So, once you pop it open, it's ready to go. You got that extra jimping right up here, just like the original PM2. Choke up on it and use it. So back to the things I don't like about this. Like I said, if you can see that, it moves forward ever so slightly. And yes, it's on all Enduras. So I don't know if it's just how naturally it is with this back lock. but this is an older model, and it's based off an older model without the hook on it, the Emerson Wave. So it's just flat blade. Yeah, so updated, bam, with a stronger lock, the good old compression lock, G10 handle scales, which are not overly textured, jimping, which makes it, I mean, that one has jimping too, but this one's got, you know, choke up and jimping, and I'm really happy to love to carry this. It's not overly huge, but it's not really either too small either. So that and that, oh yeah. This a little bit easier to use and carry, and it's stronger. I can push on it and nothing's moving. There's no blade play at all. Everything feels pretty darn solid to me. Oh yeah, everything's nice and solid. No blade play whatsoever. Of course, you would expect that from a brand new knife, right? Let's go ahead and get into the specs. Now, I'm not really familiar with blade ops, but the shipping came quick. I paid for this literally a day ago. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday morning I paid for this, and it literally came overnight. It came today. That was a wee bit scary on how fast they shipped this thing. I think that was faster, well, almost as fast as the Amazon Prime, but of course I did have to pay shipping costs, so I did have to pay like 20, 21, 22, or 24, something like that. I can't remember, but that's alright. This is well worth it. Really awesome knife. Love that compression lock. Love that compression lock. So we'll go ahead and get into the specs. Alright, so you're looking at 4.18 ounces, so under 5 ounces. Not bad. Let's see. The original. Sorry, I didn't keep that in frame there. 3.79 ounces. 4.18 ounces. So you guys can see it on the camera. I don't know why I didn't catch that right away. I'm sorry about that. And we'll just go ahead and get into the length of this bad boy. It has a 3.5 inch cutting edge, or well, excuse me, 3 and a little bit of a hair, maybe a 3 1/8 inch cutting edge, but a 3.5 inch reach if you are not choked up. If you are behind here, you have 4 inch reach with an overall 8 1/4 inches. So from this standpoint, you have 4 inch reach. From this standpoint, you got 3.5. Not bad. Not bad at all. So this is still a pretty decent sized knife. And we'll put that up against this right here. So longer handle, obviously. Thinner. Stronger, a little bit wider. But it's got the Emerson Wave. I'm so sorry. I'm not really doing too well keeping it in frame. I don't know why. I think it's because I bumped the angle of the camera at some point, and now I'm all out of whack, so excuse me, sorry, bear with me here. And of course, why not put the original PM2 on there? So, meh. But yeah. Oh yeah. I'm going to be carrying this. So the cutting edge to cutting edge, let's see here. I mean, it's not too far off. I mean, if you look, and I'm just putting it from cutting edge to cutting edge, right up against each other. It's just a smidge shorter. Just a smidge. Not even that much shorter than your good old Endura. So what does that say? And this isn't even, I mean, and this is almost a 4-inch blade. Excuse me, almost a 4-inch blade. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the thickness of it all. You're looking at a 11.2, yeah, on the handle. On the blade is a good 3.4 millimeters. So, because of this being a saber grind, it's not full flat ground like the original PM2, which is much thinner. And it is, but, I mean, it's not that much thinner, in my personal opinion. I just think it's neat. It's different. It's wholesome. It's channel worthy. Still has the same stuff as before. Golden Colorado USA Earth, Golden Colorado USA Earth. Sal Glesser's dead bug on the windshield. To me, I don't know why, guys, it just looks like a dead mosquito. But hey, it's a bug thing, right? And then, of course, we got the good old Spyderco logos on both. And it is CPM S30V crucible steel, which I gotta tell you, I really do fancy. I think it's really nice. I gotta love good S30V steel. So, this is just one of those knives. This is just one of those knives that is just so carry worthy. And because now it has the ever so famous Emerson wave on there, you best bet I'm going to be carrying this bad boy. Price tag on this, I think it runs around 160-ish. I know it's under 170, but if you're planning on doing the fast shipping like I did, look to be spending just a little bit more. Probably like 180, I think, overall. Close to a $200 knife if you want it really fast. So just go to Blade Ops, throw in your order. They have one in all black. I didn't want that one because I still wanted my PM2 to look like a PM2. I just don't like the black coating on my PM2. I mean, the knife is already small as it is, and I like bigger knives, but this is pretty decent for what it is. So yeah, why not? Oh, if you're asking, are there any liners in there? Yes, of course there are. This is the PM2, my guy. So it's going to have a few original bits in there. And yeah, it still kind of coincides with my PM2 story, where I didn't think I'd ever like or own or want to own this knife. And now that I have it, it's just one of those things where I liked it so much that I only carried it so often, because I was really afraid that I would really ruin this blade because of how thin it is. And it is thin, in my personal opinion. Full flat ground is really slicey, but can it be a tactical knife? I mean, it could. It really could. It has the potential. But this one screams it's tactical, and it's not that huge, and it's not that heavy. And just for size comparison, I even brought a guest star, the good old military. Huge knife, 4-inch blade, big old handle. It's just one of those knives, if you want to scale up, why not? And then you're probably going to be asking me, well, why didn't you get the PM3? I don't want the PM3. It's going to be too small. But hey, you know what? Each to his own. If you think that it's better, then why not go ahead and get one yourself? I don't want to go any smaller than a PM2 as far as tactical carry. I don't know. That's just my personal preference. So yeah, saber grind. Nice, good purchase on that handle. Rarely do I ever need to choke up on a knife. Rarely. But if you're really into that, well, that's right there for you. Otherwise, it'll just be like that, and that's just as good. Just as good. Especially for an EDC tactical knife, why not? The PM2 is always going to be a really good, great classic. Am I ever going to carry this more than I should? Probably later on in the future, but it's great for collectability. And of course, if I ever need to, if the SHTF ever happens, I'd probably grab the military and throw it in my pocket. But then again, I got so many knives, I'll probably end up pocketing a whole bunch of knives in each pocket just to feel a little bit more safer on top of whatever firearm I'm going to be using to take out zombies. But, you know, Spyderco just keeps coming out with just great, good bits and pieces of awesomeness that are just lovable. Lovable, man. I freaking like what Spyderco has to offer. So, I really do like this original, but I'm really glad that they updated something that was more than what it should have been into something that is more that it has to be. I guess I don't know if that really makes any sense. So yeah. Blade Ops, I think that's the only place you can find this unless you go on eBay. When I first saw this, I literally thought that somebody, because you know how some people, they take their paramilitary 2s or they take their Spydercos and they will Dremel or drill out a little niche just to have that Emerson wave on there. This is not the case. This actually came from Spyderco to Blade Ops. At least that's as far as I know, because one thing that kind of makes me a little curious about this is the fact that Emerson's patent number is on the Endura Wave. It's right there. Emerson patent number, you can see it if the camera can focus. Right there, Emerson patent number. This doesn't have an Emerson patent number. So I don't know if they just decided to leave it out because there's not enough blade to put it on there, or maybe they just decided, well, they've already paid royalties for it and they just, you know, why not? They can use it and let Ernie Emerson know later. I don't know. Either way, I think I'm going to be carrying this one for a little bit because it's not, you know, it's not an overly huge knife, but it can still be used for self-defense, and it can be used for utility purposes without looking too murdery. I don't know. Anyways, guys, I will see you all in the next video. If you like this video, please slash that like button, stab that subscribe for me, and I will see you guys in the next video. I have a lot more content yet to come. I love you all. Thank you.